I hope you're well. It's the 31st of January and it's about 6 o'clock. I'm just on my way to my weekly landmark forum catch-up thingo, whatever, which I'm not really feeling today, but going anyway. So I've spent the day, I woke up on time today, which I am really happy with. I was not feeling it though. I had all sorts of great reasons that I should just stay in bed, but I was like, well, if I still feel tired, and this is one I use quite often, if I feel tired after my workout, then actually this morning I was telling myself I could have a coffee, but after the gym I get jittery when I have coffee unless I'm super tired, but even then I get jittery just because I'm like dehydrated and exhausted. So I didn't feel like one, but it was enough to get me through the workout. And I also told myself if I was really tired I could go back to bed, but I know deep down that I never actually do that. I think I've only done that maybe once before. So I did my workout and did my normal morning routine, and then today I've been writing the emails that I'm going to be sending you guys who are interested in doing my new online course, Your Perfect Semester. And the emails have been challenging to write because, well, previously for my other online courses they've been really challenging because I just had all of these beliefs around like I hate being sold to, and I didn't want anyone else to feel like that, so I tried not to do it. But then if you want people to I don't know how to explain this, but basically if you want people to buy something, you actually have to offer it to them. They can't read your mind, and especially when you have something that you know will be really helpful, you have to offer it. And usually you have to tell people about it. It took me 9 months to sign up for Brooke Castillo's Self-Coaching Scholars course, and I love that woman. You guys know who listen to this, I talk about her non-stop, and it still took me 9 months of hearing at the end of every podcast, join Self-Coaching Scholars, to actually do it. And I wish I'd just done it in January when I first heard about it. And if she hadn't kept mentioning it, I wouldn't have joined. Well, for her maybe I would have, because I'm just obsessed with what she does, but I probably would have forgotten about it. So also I won't be doing a long video because it's getting really dark. As you can see, it's a bit grainy already. It's starting to it's nowhere near winter yet. It's still definitely summer, but starting to get a bit darker in the afternoons. So I was writing out all those emails telling you guys about the course, what it is, and all of that, and I was just struggling, and I did some thought work around it to see the thoughts I was having that was making it feel like a struggle, which was, I don't know what to say, I need to word this perfectly, it's so hard to write these emails, which obviously doesn't help. And so then I created some new thoughts to direct my mind to, but I didn't do an amazing job at doing that, and I didn't get it finished. And now I'm just doing the work of not beating myself up about that. I think the most important thing, and where I have stayed stuck in the past, is from beating myself up for mentally in my mind, putting myself down for not following through with a plan or not doing what I planned to do. And I planned to get it finished today. So, and within the course I'm teaching you guys how to create a plan and how to stick to it, but I'm never going to pretend that I do it 100% perfectly all of the time. I am a million times better at it than I used to be, and I get so much more done than I used to. Unbelievable how much more I get done now. But I still have days where it is a real struggle, and today was one of those days, but I did achieve a lot. And this morning I had nothing, and now I've got the outline for all the emails, and I've written the first few, so I'm happy with that. I'm gonna get it finished tomorrow, and one thing I love thinking of, and that I've been reminding myself of, that Brooke taught me, Brooke Castillo, Life Coach School podcast, is that you need to be willing to do B- work. This is how she says it. To be willing to do B- work to get it done. And that's something I used to seriously struggle with. I only wanted to put out A+ work, which meant I was usually too overwhelmed and intimidated to even start. But then if I did, I would just over edit things, and most things never even got published because I never made it up to that standard. And it's a big shame because there's lots of things I wrote that would have been super helpful. And now, like when I'm writing blog posts, B-, my B-, which is still definitely it just cut out, so I had to delete some videos. What I was saying is, it's not shit, but it's just like enough to be helpful. It's like good enough, but not perfect. So that's what I think of now when I'm writing blog posts. I just get them to that level and I don't over edit, and it means I can share so much more helpful stuff than one perfect blog post, which isn't even that perfect, but I usually just used to guilt myself into publishing every 3 months. So that's what I've been working on doing today, and will be doing tomorrow as well when I get it finished. So yeah, and tomorrow what I'm going to do is whatever I've done before I go to work, like that's what I've got to hand in. Like it's kind of like that pencils down concept in an exam, like that's, you know, that's it. And if I enforce that with myself, then I know I'll get it done. But if I'm like, oh, like what I did today, oh, I can just get it finished tomorrow, then you just don't get it finished. And I could try and tell myself that it'd be better with more time, but I know from experience it's not true. When I write blog posts, more like get it done in less time, it's actually usually better than if I spend 10 hours doing it, because usually then I'm just over editing, over analyzing. So, and yeah, it's definitely like marginal returns once you get past a certain point, and just tinkering with words that don't really make a difference and all of that. So that's all I did today. And I think like when I have days like this where I'm at home and like every weekend, but where I don't have to leave at 3 p.m. for work, like I feel as though I'm more productive like just finishing work at 3, and I'm always like, oh great, I've got the extra few hours in the afternoon. But I find that I'm more productive if I just finish around 3 or 4 and then either go to work or do something else like meal prep, chilling, whatever. And I think it's just like having that time frame to work within, because if I have more time, I can end up just making things take longer. So that's what I have been going through today, and probably by the time you guys see this, I will have sent the emails, and hopefully some of you have enrolled in the course. I'm not sure exactly which day this video will be published, but the enrollment is opening on the 8th of February, and then the course is starting on the 15th of February. So I'm super excited about that, and just taking what I'm teaching in the course and applying it to my own life. And as I was saying, I never will pretend to have something perfectly figured out, and I know I don't have to have something perfectly figured out to actually be able to teach you something and to help it have a huge impact on your life like it's had on mine. And yeah, I used to just think that I needed to do something flawlessly before I could teach it, but that doesn't actually make sense. And like, I really do look up to Brooke with that, because she often shares her struggles, and it definitely doesn't make me think any less of her, and it just makes her more relatable, and I feel more confident that what she does works because I can see that she actually uses it. She's not like, I was just born amazing at coaching, amazing at organizing my time. Like, she's still learning, and I'll always still be learning, but super excited to share the course with everyone and to offer it to you guys. And I'm doing an Ask Sam section in the course, which is inspired by self-coaching scholars, because Brooke has an Ask Brooke section. And that's probably one of my favorite sections of the course, because people submit questions or like things they're struggling with, and Brooke goes through and answers them, and you can read everyone else's stuff, and I get so much help from like seeing what other people are struggling with and seeing her answer to them, because they're not always questions I would ask, but they're definitely questions that help. So I'm going to have a section like that where you guys can ask any questions you have, and I'll answer them, and you can read everyone else's questions, and I'm going to have a Facebook group and all of that. So super excited. So yeah, it's getting quite dark now, so I'm going to leave it here, but I hope you are really, really well, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.